Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise, picking up where we left off, videoing a 1976 Cadillac Eldorado convertible. This is the original Firethorn red, white leather interior. Probably couldn't have got a better looking factory package, in my opinion anyway. That seat bolster is definitely indicative of very low mileage. You don't really see any casual wear. A few subtle wrinkles, but nothing that you wouldn't expect, as opposed to the passenger side, which has virtually no wrinkles. Beautiful Survivor dash for a 6,300 mile car. Original carpets. They actually threw these little mats on top of the original mats, but you can see there's no color fade, no color change in the carpets. The door panel's beautiful. That's where I left off a minute ago when the camera just decided to shut off on us in the middle of our video. No arm sweat, no yellowing, no discoloration. The switches are beautiful. These pedals, if you can get a good look, there's just virtually no wear on the corner of that pedal, where you often see where the wear would show up. All the factory overlap seams on the welds are there. Factory spot welds in the door jambs are just beautiful. This is like an exciting car for me. You might be watching this thinking, oh, this is kind of boring, but it's awesome. Original manufacturer's tag sticker, obviously no overspray. And here's something I was mentioning you wouldn't want to do. We've got this car jacked up right now. Don't try this on your car at home unless you've got a very substantial frame. But that door just closes itself. Of course it wouldn't do at that time when I'm videoing, right? But it did there. Beautiful reflective quality in this paint. That's original paint. The car could really stand a detailing. The paint's not perfect, and let me show you why. There's a few small spots on top of the hood where probably a bird caught it rolling down there. You probably can't even see them. They're really subtle, but they're slight little color fade spots here and there. Very presentable. I don't think I would ever touch the paint on this car. The trade-off, trying to get the color match right, would be not a good trade-off. The original chrome's in really, really nice shape. These extensions, I'm going out of focus there. These extensions, of course, the color was always slightly faded from what the original factory color was, so you can kind of see it there. But they're in good shape. They're not cracked up or in terribly horrible shape. They didn't really fit much better than this right from the factory. This original chrome bumper, you can see, is really still got a very, very nice finish. Hey, buddy. All right. There's a couple small depressions, lines in the bumper rub strips. And someone who wheeled through the paint right here on the very top edge of this extension. But overall, just a beautiful car all the way around. What I want to show you is that the gauge doesn't lie. 2.5 mils of paint down low, 2.0. It's this way all around the car. 4.0 on the door corner there. 4.0 again. 3.0. 2.0. Bottoms of the quarters where they're typically rusted out, 2.5. Guys can't lay paint at 2.5 mils after they get done spreading, smearing Bondo, and it's that way down the other side as well. The car's in awesome shape. Just spectacular for what it is. Let's take a peek underneath this car. Of course, a dead giveaway is going to be the exhaust system. This car is still sporting its original crossover pipe and catalytic converter. Bottom of the trans pan, oil pan. I didn't bother wiping anything down. It's just the way it is. I wanted somebody to see this car for what it really is. You'll see that where the car was parked and jacked up, there's absolutely no fluid on the ground whatsoever. A little bit of surface rust on the oil pan where the paint's peeled and not been touched up. Pretty common. Frame is absolutely beautiful. Original factory color on the floors. Underbody was tough coated or undercoated when it was new. None of that's been applied in the recent or touched up. Really a nice, clean, tight, original underbody. Those are all original brake lines and fuel lines up there clipped onto the rails with original factory clips. None of the fuel lines have been serviced on the car. Sorry for the out of focus, it'll come back in a minute. Well, I'm hoping it'll come back in a minute. Here we go, let's see if that helped any. There we go. Beautiful set of stock, original factory, 15-inch hubcaps. Standard set, Michelin radials, old period style. I'll have to look in my book because I don't recall if those are the original tires. I do believe Michelin's came on these from the factory. Don't quote me, don't criticize me, I'm just doing the best I can. This is what you call an excellent barn find right here. Beautiful car that's been super well maintained. Probably the guy who bought this car thought to himself, I'm never going to drive it and just preserve it, but then just couldn't resist putting a few miles on it just because it's a beautiful car. Wonderful car to drive. Jason Phillips from Appraise, bringing to you today a 1976 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, the last year of the GM convertible production, thought to be going away forever at the time. These cars reached an all-time high several years later, but then, well, you can read online about the stories and the lawsuits and all that good stuff. But it's a beautiful car, well preserved. Let me know if we can do an inspection for you sometime. We have 310 inspectors on the ground.